Hello everyone. Yesterday we left off after we helped the Ishgardians fight the dragons and had our little quest line with Tataru, who wanted to become an arcanist and start helping us out properly, but sadly she failed at that, so we helped her gather some clams. I have to go back to Revenant's Toll and talk to Menphelia to get the next part of our main quest. I'm a bit later today than I had planned to, but my dog refused to walk. And then I had to wait for dinner to be ready. Can't really make it faster in the oven. But okay, let's go and talk to Menphelia. Menphelia is eyeing you with a mixture of regret and desperation. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have as yet been unable to do so. Now I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duties is frankly beneath a woman of your talents. But I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? Generous to a fault, thank you, Laladri. Now it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eosia, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Boulder and Coultenant were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You truly have a pillar of strength, Laladri. Boulder will share with you all the details to of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. Let's go and talk to him. Ah, Laladri, is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Or did I tell you, Coultenant? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light herself. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route? True, but our mission is the same. Separate by realms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them. 2 more practical concerns, Laladri. we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate location to take his readings. In spirit, Laladri, in spirit, we shall be together every step of the way. Always forget to teleport. Camp Tranquil. Unsettled scholar. At last, the science woman deigns to grace me with her presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Isumhal. Come, we are late enough as it is. I thought I was supposed to escort her. Why does she run off? Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please, stand at the appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. Why are scholars always so snobby? See, we have both completed our respective tasks. A satisfactory outcome, though if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Now then, snake mold awaits, shall we? No. Maybe I should just let them eat him. Then he can have his quiet. Right about here, yes. As before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as I work. Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though, perhaps that should come as no surprise. I'm not giving to superstition, but is a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake, who have one more site to survey. As before, my guardian, pray leave me to my task and ensure our safety. This data should prove invaluable to ye gods. What is the stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoids while my back was turned? Quickly now to Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. What an arrogant ass. You chose to paddle in the Ica a while longer, I take it. No matter. I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a curious analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in Eorzea's ambient ether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. We must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. Please no. Who better to serve the science of the Seventh Dawn than the humble scholar and his faithful assistant? I'm not his assistant. For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth Found. The ambient ether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneous. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now come along. I'm not sure if I'm even going the right way. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements. Yes, quite high, yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the Sixth Astral Era. Could the presence of a primer account for the difference, or is there something else? Something else. Weird, it seemed like it was lagging for a moment, but I guess it fixed itself. Something else. Science, come here. I need you. No. You were not nice to me. No, it's still lagging. I need to check on it. Fear not, my friend. Help has arrived. There you are, Laladri. Horay and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return to the appointed hour. Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. I need to check why this is lagging so much right now. I'm not sure what's going on right now. But I hope whatever's wrong will fix itself in a sec. I just will keep on questing. If something's off, just tell me, please. We will see to the scholar's protection, Laladri. Aye, and the boys remain. You should return to the Rising Stone. The antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I. Me too. Who killed him? I'm gonna teleport back to the Rising Stones. Okay, it's the walking at least isn't laggy. Hi, Syrian Amaya. Nice to see you back. Laladri, you are returned, and you seem troubled. Did the role of escort your face so? I guess we're telling her everything that happened. Wilred dead? Mayhap murdered? The 12. How can that be? I will send word to Alphonot at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilred's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this, and why? But I'm sorry, Laladri. Doubtless his wight's heavy on your heart, and we have already imposed upon you so much. Pray take some time for yourself. I dare say you have more than earned a respite. After all, we will be most busy with preparations as the banquet draws near. Should other adventurers summon you elsewhere, perhaps now is the time to heed their call. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. Sure. Sorry, I forgot to unmute my desktop after I had my break. Okay, so I guess that's the Labyrinth of the Ancient quest, right? Have a look. No. So the others are just dungeons. It's the only quest here that I have taken. And it's not so. Okay, still in the same region, so I can just fly there. Oh, cool. If I talk to her, she would tell me exactly what it is. I at least can double check if it's the right quest I selected. Then let's do that. Better safe than sorry. Still another small talk. Okay, it's not a small talk. Yeah, just a Crystal Tower. I did. It just tells me that I need to do the Crystal Tower. See? In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. Oh god. I have never done a raid in this. Thank you for confirming. I wasn't sure. It's been a few months since I had started on that quest. So, most of the stuff in my quest log at the moment is really confusing because I don't remember ever taking them. Oh. I take you by your word then. Okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you're the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinel prevents would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yards of the tower's inner reaches. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one. Quite right. I made the damn thing. It's my job to see that they work. Fair enough. Yeah, that worked. Success. I, for one, am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. The last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. And now I instant die. We did it! So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sinks with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Laladri and a handpicked party of her adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the palace is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Laladri here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it's not as if we shall be idle in her absence, while Laladri and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower. We can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technology functions. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatia. Bah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? Ladry, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me at least to provide some instructions. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell, and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garlord says. Though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remained intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Laladri. Well, I guess it's right time if I find people for it. Duties for alliances. This duty is designed to be undertaken by an alliance, a squad of 24 adventurers, formed of threefold parties. This battle composition is reserved for large-scale duties only. While you are in an alliance, the class job icons and HP bars of alliance members will appear on the right of the party list. By joining forces with other parties, you can achieve that which would otherwise be impossible. Apparently it's less than 5 minutes, so let's hope it won't be so long. I highly doubt it's fun to just see me standing there. Let's go up there. the only dance I have where she actually keeps dancing and doesn't stop after like 1-2 seconds. I mean, I'm not that bad in the gold saucer. I think I did all the events the other day for like 4 hours long while watching Critical Role. So, but yeah, I'm still figuring out how all of that stuff works. And other than watching the stream, anything fun up to? Or just chilling? Wish me luck. I guess I just have to in the middle of my screen. We are complaining that someone is apparently wearing trashy gloves. Or no gloves at all. Because I'm guessing the people are blue on mine. What was it? Oh no, it just goes on to the next part. Fair enough. I guess one of the healers in my group noticed that I my first time running this because he waited for me. It's really nice of him. So much going on. It's fun, but really confusing. done with ours. Ouch. I'm not even sure what killed me. This looks bad. I kind of expected an explosion or something now. Okay. I guess I couldn't get rest because it was in the cutscene. And I'm dead again. Tried to run to one, but I wasn't fast enough. And yet we still died at the room point. guess he was a fire of this? Thank you. It was not as bad as I thought it would be, even though I died a few times. Because he waited for me. Not better than what I have, so... Sit. I don't know what the rule on that stuff is, so I guess it's greed. Or I get both because everyone left or passed on them. How is there, little Audrey? Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of the structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Balderson colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what if the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Plagathon, not Archeron, Plagathon. He was a hero of the Elegant Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Elegant Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champion of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Elegant's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Well, there it is. The foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am that to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through the maze, I very much doubt we've been standing here right now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to send Coinus find for the present and dare plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Then let's go to... Oh, I can't fly here. Nope, not happening. So good of you to join us, Laladri. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experience in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we should debate how best to proceed. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambrios will be presiding over the meeting. If you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. I don't know what Tennessee is. So I guess I go for this one now. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Laladri's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most empathically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by elegant technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shiftings of Earth, it has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the palace, this will almost certainly involve returning the mechanism to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower will be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defense has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see it through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I should take my leave of you for the present. If I'm to witness this valiant tale unfold with my own eyes, I must need own my material skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Ladri. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one of your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring the assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the task at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Who's that? Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot tell but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurous old friends. So, this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source awaiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. I still don't know who he is. Nerotol Skava. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they have a greater destiny in mind for me. And, so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. He looks evil. Rambras is frustrated over Noah's lack of progress on the Crystal Tower. Ah, it's you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside. You will recall how the 8th century stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Cyrus Tower, the elegants called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scourging such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance? And you are? Good question. Be at ease, friends, for we share the same goal. I am Une, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the elegant civilization sent by the students of Baldur's Son to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga, rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I disagree. You claim to be here at the student's behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident at the Isle of Val, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? It's nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? Do you have the elegant eye as well? This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the elegants, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Alec. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What you say? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the student of Baldassine when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Cyrus Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Laladri, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I should join you, Laladri. With Une and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Well, if it isn't a lottery, Eager to enter Cyrus Tower and kill everything inside, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up, tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, no going, for the chief. You'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I take you to him. That's a giant door. Some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones beside. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alak, sent here by our friends in Bardasyan to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It's our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your tires are to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Cyrus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the impressive gate you see here. The problem is, we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so seemed as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8th century knots, but it doesn't make it any less efficient a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it. A man and a woman represent elegant royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. Let me guess, they are royalty and now can open the door. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the callus on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? That was kind of too obvious with the both of them standing there. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Well, none of you guys, but yeah. 7 health. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable, exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland. If I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is far off, for all intents and purposes defunct, and my association with it means a Titan noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming the land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to watch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, it's only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. And a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower is the symbol of ancient Alec's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a selected few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were like living keys. You mean to say that these two are descended from elegant royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of elegant ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name you creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. It was not our intent to deceive. We simply wished to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Very well. Seven hells. Do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to reconcile? A gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you enjoy it. I look forward to working together, old friend. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Rambrose, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you will have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the student of Baldassine. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who existed, given life through elegant technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions require that we revisit elegant history. Pray bear with us. The Elegant Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of elegant pride. Parents took their children there, that they might learn how to deny limitless energy. It produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of stronger leadership. In a matter of generations, the elegant civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore elegant greatness. Ammon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zendel. None other. As part of his experiments, Ammon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of the experiment, copies of Unai and Doga. Historic texts mention the reigns of two elegant emperors named Zande. It was commonly believed that the second was a namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike, to think that the two are in fact one and the same. Zande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more, and true to Ammon's prediction, the empire restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the empire desired to bring the entire world under elegant dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xander turned aside toward a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness? Again? Seven hells. What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, At least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zande is very much alive. Within Cyrus Tower, he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amount of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. It triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the almighty Elgin Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Xander's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the seventh Umbral calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Xande awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consulted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. This is no other purpose but to put an end to Xande's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Unei and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Xande, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. It's no ordinary woman who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Laladri Shirogane, we are confident that we can end Xande's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that will teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldacine among the host of other things, who were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, Laladri? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happened you're an expert at saving it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the elegant empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the elegant civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subject the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, No quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Unai and Doga, living, breathing elegance. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Cyrus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Laladri, as you did for us within the labyrinth of the Ancient, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say this includes Emperor Xander himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Cyrus Tower from the outside world. To work then. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean? You inherited the trait from your father, you said. No, the clones are unable to bear offsprings. You have no cause for concern. The elegant eye, you called it. But to us it is the royal eye, owning to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. We cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I'm quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now it's a time for action, no idle thoughts. Cyrus Tower awaits us. Your task to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Xander himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Next, right? Yeah. Let's see how long we have to wait this time to get in. Hope it won't take too long. Okay, that was faster than I expected it to be. Just out of this attack. How long does this frozen take? I apparently cannot take my next class quest. Yeah, it's fun. Not always sure what's actually going on, because there's so many effects on my screen, but it's really fun. Okay, I will have a look at that after the stream. So, I turned into a toad. What am I supposed to do? Why is everyone hiding behind their eyes? Okay. I've seen that today. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed. I was not fast enough for the rest, sorry. through. Yes. Thank you for the tip, I didn't know that. I think I got all the music and the minion. As the others have already done it, so I think I got it all. Yeah, I just greeted on everything. I didn't know if it was okay to need on like the music stuff. Because the other items where they might look nice, they're not better what I'm wearing, so I don't know. You did it. You defeated Emperor Sunday. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Lalatri Shirogane. With Emperor Zandi now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. Good to know that everyone just needs. I don't need to feel bad for it. Yeah, okay, that sucks. 1 versus 99, that's mean. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you have noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we may seal the Cyrus Tower, either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of methods is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must need attend to the task. That distortion, what is it? Probably bad news for us. The power that Xander sought to obtain comes from the void, the world of darkness our people called it. And the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed on ether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for the allegiance, Xander entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I am afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe that we can annul it. In his blood, Xander sealed his dark pact. By our blood it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga, finally, we may fulfill our purpose. He looks insane. Oh, be still my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The covenant is everlasting. The fuck? Are they evil copies of us? No, just them. And so, Meraside is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under elegant rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid, an endless void bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness. If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let a cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. That sounds like a terrible idea. Laladri, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Oh, not now. Damn it. I did not expect him to be on our side. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Say your jabs, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent and no ordinary one at that. Doga! Confound it. Without them there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine. Is he gonna throw himself into the darkness? Is he that stupid? Yes, he is that stupid. The covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. How about no? Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the Find and consult rum brewers. All this happened within the tower. Gods preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate, of this I am certain. Their exit merits kind of void send. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Zande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void send is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. This situation is bleak. Though Voidsend can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Une. We share the same eye. It's true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years, and besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Sunday Star Covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It's our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Graha, ever since meeting Une and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me the truth. Is it well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there's a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with Allah. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Une and Doga. I and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Une are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Laladri. Mark my words. Ah, Laladri, it is good you are come. I've news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une, Doga, and Nera imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray in Syca's Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zande. But you, Laladri, you ensured that he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible Voidsend known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nera from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Sandy's orders and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Alec. Its most scarring design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the elegant tombstone Nera presented us. During the golden age of Alec, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Ammon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either of this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we waste, a vase drift through with a cloud of darkness can enter our realms threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must see the Crystal Tower and annul Xander's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the letter would suffice. But then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alec. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. It's true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Caesar's power for our own purpose and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. And here comes the man himself. Liladri, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Caesar's tower took every ounce of ingenuity the ironwork has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 sentinels as guides. And do hurry, Liladri. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Of course not. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Okay. Before we continue on doing that, I will quickly grab another drink and be right back. I am back. Okay, the 8 sentiments, let's go there. That was close. No, what did it? Oh, they're stuck in the wall. You can't hit me. Where's our little veg? The lottery. I bet you're here to watch us spray open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Cyrus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling of, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open the gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Emperor Xander's throne. How the mighty has fallen. Once it stood as a symbol of Alec's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if elegant civilization had lived on, and a just emperor still sat on the throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Xander in his ambitions. There were those who tried. Xander's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took upon the sword against Alec. These men and women became the beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all is merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Alec's heart for the kill, Xander lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Xander desired that the great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power, held within Dalamud, to emptied into Cyrus Tower at once. The act brought terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Syracuse was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth Umbra calamity. I'd learned at its cause from Unai and Doga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Xander to rashness, though. Your knowledge of elegant history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. It's strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes? Bix, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up the void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrias. So just give us a word and we'll start channeling energy to the power. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Bex. A rift of the Word of Darkness, as Unai called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only if you can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. Ezra, the son of Saint Kunar. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are truly lost. Which leaves Laladri. My friend, it's a heavy burden I must task with you, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Laladri? There is a matter of import we must need discuss ere you leave. Laladri, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, it's a trait seen only amongst elegant royalty. Long I have pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted. But what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those 2 clones has wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient but ever so important. And my father's words echo my mind, the self-same ones his father told him, the truth of our eyes rests with Alec. Mayhap what I wish to remember, and these words are related. Mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore thee, allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks, my friend. Now let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. And we're waiting for another dungeon. Well, right. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, I'm not sure if I really want to save Nero. So far he hasn't been the nicest person ever. I hope everyone who is watching is enjoying the stream so far. Okay, that does look cool. Can we just stay here? I think I need to get rid of all the effects from the others. Like C can't handle it, so goodbye streaming. still think that looks really cool here. second payment that apparently someone just wiped us all. I guess. Not really sure what just happened. later. And again, I got the minion and the music. Not sure about the bard item though. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them to steam the energy into the tower, our defeat of the cloud aids us little cause. Durga, Une, can you hear me? Nero. Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void sand? Though I don't blame you, for missing my company. Thank the 12. Are you alright? As alright as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed his foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the ether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xande's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to elegant royalty. The same blood that seeds this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other voidsent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions or kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Une, are you safe? Our friends has come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Durga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Or maybe not. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones among my shadows. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now while the cloud can barely hold a form, mayhap we can sever Xande's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Laladri, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here. It's madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threats of the Crystal Tower. Interesting. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Xander's blood. Da da da. Grahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. That's why the royal eye runs in your line. It's a gift you have inherited. Graha, you have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Alak that was. That a man should still live with his forebear's blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the heights of elegant technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as elegant, not as you are now, but your royal owl bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray tell me. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha, though its effect will be but ephemeral. It will bolster the elegant presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound by fate to Alec. Our part in this journey is to bury Xander's dark ambition in the past. This was the true Unai and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as the light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must leave us as well, Nero. I am sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it while defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Durga, Une, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Laladri, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Xander's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There, the glint of light. It grows faint. Then the bridge between realms becomes fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Nero, no! You must move! Believe me. I don't need you. If I die here, it will be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Alak. I am Nero Tol Skeva, the man who'll yet outdo Alak and Gorland. That was what you hoped to. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you. Must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did? So the stem clones did it after all. Now, onwards. You owe me, Nero. The hells I do. You are returned unharmed, thank the gods. When the void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running about like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all set... Huh? Where are Uni and Doga? They're not... I see. We will miss the two of them dearly, but I'm happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one else but to seal it. Well, we do. That's not true, my friend. Une and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Frambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Loladri are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to Saint Cornac's find. No one but you could have succeeded in the World of Darkness, Loladri. With that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Unai's blood. Have I remembered what I wished to? Yes, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray, go ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been part of your adventures for longer, Liladri. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. And now, a wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, it's my time to see it realized. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Liladri, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest, if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the scepter of the elegance. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to see the tower now, but there's something we must do first. Let us summon the others and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So the elegant eye that runs in Graha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Graha gaining Unai and Doga's blood. Has Graha said anything? For that matter, where is Graha, and what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is the Nero. Liladri, you say Graha stayed behind at Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to see the place off. Master Ambrose, Master Ambrose. It's Graha here, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would you do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well. Let us go and speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Laladri, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. What in the world was Gratia thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, miss. I am certain of it. Well, then let's go and have a chat with him. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of the mind to see the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come, man. What is this nonsense? Are all this amiss? Surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Unai and Durga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alak, or rather, it was there their wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alak, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alak's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alak's technology to give her blood and memory to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia we waited. Alak's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine first as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength possesses too great of a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alak's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's working, hence we may never fully comprehend them. It's as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights as Alak, but by then we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Emma did and put the tower into a deep slumber? What? You cannot mean that. I am deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the elegant in knowledge. I will slumber within Cyrus' tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. It's the only way to make the wish of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny awaits, but yours lies outside of these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alec. Just you wait. We'll cover all the lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It will only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha. Then you are in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our success and forgive of our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits, and you, Laladri, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient wish. The crystal tower slumbers again then. It's too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility back beacons, and I'm bound to follow. Good choice. A new dream has come to me. I'm not sure if that's good or bad now. This doesn't sound good that the beacon is going crazy down there. You have just missed it. There's much that needs his attention if he is to fulfill a grass wish, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah. No matter how lonely St. Connor's Fiends has become by our friend's departure, we must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future lit by a grass beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. You have completed the Crystal Tower quest series. By speaking with Celie at St. Connor's Find, you can accept a quest that allows you to trade items obtained by repeating Crystal Tower Alliance raids. Cool. The next main scenario quest can be accepted by speaking with Menphelia at the Rising Stones. But I think I'm done for today, so we can start a new quest line in my next stream, which probably won't be tomorrow, but then definitely on Sunday. I hope you had a good time and enjoyed my stream. Thank you for watching, and bye!